Hi kids, this is our third week doing online assignments, and I just wanted to say thank you for trying your best, for working hard, and thank you for turning in your homework. This week we're going to work on 2D and 3D shapes. I'm gonna start the same way as I did last week. I'm gonna show you what's on my computer screen, and then we can practice on the whiteboard. Okay, so 2D and 3D shapes. What is a 2D shape? 2D shapes are flat, okay, so they do not pop out. For example, a piece of paper would be a 2D shape because it is flat. 2D shapes have sides and vertices. Do you guys remember what sides means and what vertices mean? Let's see. What is a side and what is a vertice or a vertex? A side is the line that connects the 2D shape at each point. So for example, in this square, a side would be right here. This is a side, this is a side, this is a side, and this is a side. So how many sides does the square have? It has 4 sides. So what is a vertex or a vertice? A vertex is the point at which each side connect. So when 2 sides, for example, this side on this triangle, this side and this side, they connect, they come together right here. So this is a vertex, okay? This side and this side, they connect right here. So this is another vertex. And this side connect right here. So here's another vertex. So how many vertices are there in this triangle? There's 1, 2, 3 vertices. How many vertices are in this square? Can you figure it out? They're like the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. What are some 2D shapes? Right here I just show you a lot of 2D shapes that you guys have already learned about. Circle, octagon, a square, a pentagon, a hexagon. Okay, so using these, you guys can practice and see if you can tell me how many sides each of the shapes have. How many vertices do they have? So for example, let's look at this pentagon. Okay, let's look at how many sides it has. So here's 1 side, 2, 3, 4, 5. A pentagon has 5 sides. How many vertices? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 vertices. Okay, so you guys can practice with all of these other shapes. What are some attributes of 2D shapes? Okay, so here's a poster that tells you the number of sides and vertices each 2D shape has. It might be a little bit dark. I will be posting it on the website. I'm gonna make a little button that says Carteles de Matemáticas, and I will post it on there so you guys can see it a little bit better. You can use this in your homework, but please try to do it by yourself first. Okay, do not copy what it says here. Now, what is a 3D shape? A 3D shape is a 3-dimensional. It pops out. So this one, a 3D shape is not flat. It pops out. Okay, so a 3D shape also has its attributes. 3D shape has faces, has vertices, and edges. Okay, do you guys remember what faces are in a shape? Vertices, we already went over that. And what are edges in a shape? Okay, we'll go over that right now. Faces. What are faces? Faces are the flat surfaces of a 3D shape. They normally are 2D shapes. Okay, so they're the flat sides of a shape. Right now when we practice, I'll show you different shapes, 3D shapes, and I'll show you the different faces that each shape has, and so you can see that they're all flat. For example, right here, this one, this bright pink side is a face because it is flat. This part is a face. This top part is a face. The bottom part is a face. The back part is a face, and the side part is a face. Okay, Now let's see vertices. Vertices are the points that connect the lines or edges of the 3D shape. They are also called the corners. So like 2D shapes, 3D shapes also have vertices. So in this case, here's one vertex, here's another one, here's another one, another corner, another one, another one, another one, another one, and the back part, another one. So they are the corners of a shape. And edges. Edges are the lines that connect the 3D shape. Okay? They are not curved. They must be straight. That's very important, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But looking at this shape, here's an edge, here's an edge, here's an edge, here's an edge. So it's all the lines that connect the shape together. Okay? So now let's look at some other 3D shapes. Let's look at this first one, a cylinder. Okay, so it is very important that you remember that edges are straight lines. Okay, so if we look at this one, we look at the top part, right? We see that it is curved. That means that that is not an edge because edges have to be straight. So this cylinder does not have any edges. Okay, so this bottom part and this bottom part and this top part, what are they then? Are they flat? Yes, they're flat. So what are they? Are they faces? Are they vertices? Are they edges? They are faces. A cylinder has 1, 2 faces because those parts are flat. Good. Okay, so there's other shapes right here: a cube, a rectangular prism, a cone, a pyramid, a sphere. You can also practice with these and tell me how many faces, how many vertices, how many edges each shape has. And here's another poster that gives you some different 3D shapes. It gives you an example of real life things that are that shape, and it tells you the faces, the vertices, and the edges. All right. Good. Okay, so now let's practice. We're going to try and draw some 3D shapes on the whiteboard and some 2D shapes and see how many sides or how many vertices, how many faces, and how many edges each shape has. All right, let's start with 2D shapes. Okay, so 2D shapes, let's start with what are these? What are these called? It could have two names. It could be a rhombus or it could be a diamond, okay? So remember, 2D shapes have sides and they have vertices. Okay, so how many sides does a rhombus have? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. How many vertices? Remember, they're the points that connect the sides or the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 vertices. All right, you can do this in your homework assignments too. If you want to label them like this, it'll make it easier for you to count. But a rhombus has 4 sides and 4 vertices. Okay, let's try one more 2D shape. Let's do I'll try to have you tell me what shape this is. What shape do you guys think that is? All right, let's look at the sides. This is a hexagon, okay? A hexagon. So let's look at the sides. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 sides. And how many vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vertices. So a hexagon has 6 sides and 6 vertices. Okay? Now let's look at 3D shapes. So remember, 3D shapes have faces which are the flat surfaces. They have vertices, and they have edges. Alright, so we'll try first with a cube. Okay, something like that. Now let's look at the faces, okay? It's kind of hard for me to show you right here how many faces it has, so I'm going to show you a Kleenex box that I had at home. Okay, so the faces are the flat sides of a shape. Okay, so this part right here is flat. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, the top part 5, and then there's 6. So a cube has 6 faces. Now, how many vertices? The corners. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the back one. 7, 8. It has 8 vertices. And how many edges? The lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It has 12 edges. Okay? You will have to practice these in your assignments this week. Let's do one more. Let's do this one. You tell me what shape this is. What shape is that? Let's do a cone. Okay? Faces, remember, it's the flat surfaces in the shape. How many flat surfaces does this have? Think of an ice cream cone. How many flat parts does it have? This part right here, the bottom part, is flat. Okay? So it only has one face. How many vertices? How many corners are where the lines meet? Right here. It has one vertex. These are not vertices because if you think of a cone, it goes around. It's not a corner. Okay, so it only has one vertex. And how many edges? Remember, edges have to be straight. Right here, they look straight because it's drawn. But if you look at a real cone, it is curved around. So there is no edges. 0 edges. Okay? Alright, so now that we practiced a couple of shapes, I showed you guys this one, a cube. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have a Kleenex box at home. It could be one of these small ones, a cube, or it might be another shape. You tell me. This one, we have a candle. What shape is this one? This is a cylinder. Okay? And this one is the easiest one, probably. This one, what is this? What shape is this? It's a sphere. All right, so maybe you guys can look around at home and draw different shapes, different things that are 3D shapes, and write them down and tell me how many faces, vertices, edges the shape has. Okay, if you have any questions, message me. Hope all of you are doing good. I miss you guys so much and hope to see you soon.